Hey guys, Matt Korbanek here for Guitar Lessons in Your Living Room, and today we're going to be doing episode number 2 of Beginner's Warm-Ups. We're going to be dealing with the problems that the beginners have, including what to do with your fingers and your thumb. So, let's get started. So, what I see mainly with beginners is, especially with the thumb, is that they tend to palm the back of the guitar, the back of the fretboard. So they're going to run the fretboard right in the middle of the palm of their hand, and they're going to hook their thumb. When you hook your thumb, you're going to restrict your ability to stretch your fingers out and to arch them nicely and to get those good clear chords. Also, a lot of times I hear that people seem to think that I have larger hands than they do, and that's not the case. It's because whenever I drop my thumb more down onto the middle of the fretboard, I can stretch my fingers out farther. The second thing is that they will run their thumb up the back of the fretboard like this. And that causes another issue, and that issue is your thumb is meant to grab things. So if you take a look just at a quick anatomy, that's the biggest muscle you have in your hand. And if you would grab an object, you also notice that you hold it and you press from your thumb. You don't press from your fingers. So you actually do use 5 fingers to play the guitar. So I've developed an exercise, and it's very simple. We put our thumb on the bottom of the guitar, either on your binding, and the binding is that probably dark wood color or white marking right up here. It's not very conventional, but it's a good place to start, or right where the fretboard kind of curves around. You're going to put your first finger on the 9th fret, second finger on the 10th fret, third on the 11th, and fourth on the 12th. I like starting on the high frets because the frets are closer together. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to play the first string, and then you're going to put your second finger down. Now, for the beginner, this finger stays down. It does not fly up. And then you will repeat that exercise with your third finger and your fourth finger until they're down like that. So it'll look like this. Now, if you notice in the split screen, my thumb is pretty much opposite my first finger. As I look, I can see that my thumb and my first finger look like they're doing that. And then you can go backwards, lifting them up one at a time. Now, for beginners, this is extremely difficult, so be patient. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to start moving with our hand. So when you move, as you see, my thumb goes with my fingers. So my hand moves as one unit, and I move from my shoulder. I'm not trying to move my hand or move my thumb in any other direction. And that will also cure the problem of whenever the harder you press, you won't try to pull the strings. I see that a lot with beginners and bar chords. When I ask them to play a bar chord and I tell them to press harder, they tend to do that. You want to press it into the wood, and that's going to make sure that your thumb is going to help you a lot with that. So the next exercise is this. We're just going to do the same thing, but now we're going to move backwards like this. So that's about it. It's a very simple exercise. For the beginner, it can be very difficult, so take your time with it. And before you know it, you're going to have really good, solid technique, and that'll solve a lot of problems. I'm Matthew Korbanek, and I'll see you next time.